All right, we all good to go then?
Yep.
I'm ready.
All right. Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to Heroes in the Mist, a Curse of Strahd based Ravenloft 5th edition dungeon. We're back with the group we had last time. We've got Jared as Bellic Neth, we've got John as Hanworth, we have Dan as Hames Ebonsmoke, and we have Alex as Javak, I can't name. And
Vonnegut.
yeah, I totally don't think I can fit it on your name.
Javak works.
Leave it. So when we last left off, our heroes had wandered into mists while they were wolf, and pretty much got roped into looking for a monster in a house on a misty street. They got, I believe, into the main foyer and then So, everybody doing?
I'm doing okay. A little freaked out, but okay.
Yep, same here. Doing well. Don't know about that Dan guy though.
And we were going to go ahead and
I am doing well.
But circumstances intervene, but we will be getting Dan on for next. It took me 2 weeks to set this one up. It's a slow but sure kind of method of campaigning. All right, now you will forgive me if I try to read myself with exactly where you. Very crudely drawn map, which I poke up here.
We just agreed to help a creepy child find out what happened to their parents many days ago involving some sort of monster.
It was two creepy
So we
children.
just walked in. Yes.
It should
Then
be
we
noted
walked
that
into the
when
house.
We got into the house, the door shut, and the children are gone. So we're in the house by ourselves now. Gonna throw it out there. Door's probably locked.
Or I may as well be. Alright, sorry, this is all windows I should. One last window to set. And then we're good to go. Oh no, I should have really set this up. Alright. You are currently in a fairly large, wide hall. It runs the width of the house, as you can see right here. Right here. There is a red marble staircase spiraling up that far wall right there to the second floor. The interior is well lit by your oil lamps. I believe Javak was carrying one. Was somebody else carrying a second one?
I think someone's shoved it into my hands.
We had one in front and one in back, if I remember correctly.
You got two of them. The place is reasonably well kept as before. It looks like it's recently been cleaned and dusted, although it is very, very quiet. You do have doors. You have 4 doors to the north of you. You have one door. It's not 4 doors to the east of you, and then 1 door to the west.
Could probably redraw it really quick with the polygon tool.
Could do that. But for now, what are you going to do?
If I recall correctly, one of the events that did happen last time we played was that somebody actually thought they heard somebody upstairs.
Right, that was
did, and then once we got inside, we heard nothing. Like, we rolled really good perception and spot checks or whatever, and we didn't hear a damn thing.
Yeah. Although that could be because whatever was moving has stopped moving.
Yeah, that sounds
Maybe.
about right.
Well, do we just start kicking doors in? Like, what do we do here?
Well, I would be less destructive to the home than kicking them in, but
Well, we
but
do it
we
methodically.
can start
Metaphorically.
trying doors.
Let's
Well,
try
you
the
know,
one on the west side
you've
here.
got a rampaging Goliath barbarian. You can't be too careful with word choice.
Okay.
Break
Right
all
I
here,
don't
things.
know what you're talking about.
Everything.
you approach the. It's a relatively ornate for an interior door, but nothing out of the ordinary in a house. You go ahead and open it.
Let's have a listen at the door first.
Go ahead and roll a perception.
There you go.
You actually hear nothing besides the faint sound of the breeze. This is along the front wall.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and open that door.
Door opens up. You are faced with a oak paneled roof, looking much like a hunter's den. Upon the above the fireplace, there is a fireplace. You see a stag's head, kind of black, staring at you. There are situated around the outside of the room. There are 3 stuffed wolves. Their bodies kind of risen and teeth bared and glassy eyes forward. 2 padded chairs draped in animal furs face the hearth, with an oak table between them supporting a cask of wine, 2 carved wooden goblets, a pipe rack, and a candelabra. A chandelier hangs above the cloth-covered table, cloth-covered table, surrounded by 4 chairs. 2 cabinets stand against the walls. There's one on the east, further along the north. There are actually 2 boarded and drape-covered windows along the wall facing the street.
That would be the western wall.
That would be the western wall.
Okay.
Polygon.
Yeah, you hold shift to snap to
Yeah.
grid.
I pretty much have to draw the front. The windows are like right here. Here. Got the table with. We've got the fireplace right over here. I should probably do that separate color.
I'm not seeing anything new added to the map on Roll20.
It's
Shows up for me.
So I'll refresh.
Release.
Yeah, you
I'll
really
refresh.
need to refresh it. Yeah.
Oh wait, there it
What
is.
I
I
wanted
think
to do?
no, only a part of it is.
Yeah, when in doubt, go ahead and refresh. Um, there is the round table with 4 chairs. Why is it jumping around like? My machine.
Roll20 sucks.
Sadly, I have a limited amount of options. There is a couch, or the table with the 2 chairs beside it. And these are not to scale. There is one of the dresser, one of the cabinets, and the wolves are, or the stuffed wolves are here, right by the door, here in the corner, and then here.
There's nothing suspicious about them or their placement at all.
I'm going to approach the northern cabinet.
Okay, you walk towards the northern. Find that it looks to be a relatively, not an ornate, but a relatively sturdy cabinet. Pretty solid wood, and it is banded about with metal reinforcing.
Is it locked?
It does not actually have a lock upon it. It's just got like a little hook handle
I open it.
in it, and see a lot of empty shelves, an assortment of wine glasses, and a small box, small wooden.
I grab the box and open it.
You see a set of finely detailed.
I'm going to pocket those.
Are we really supposed to be doing that? At least some of the residents still live here.
If there are monsters in the basement and children living out in misty streets, I doubt they're going to miss a deck of cards.
I mean, I suppose we could stuff the children in a cabinet, then no one will know.
Children already abandoned us. We're on our own.
So you
Yeah.
expected the children to face the monster with us?
I didn't expect them to disappear and shut the door behind us. Alarm bells are ringing, Bellic.
As long as you can live with yourself, that's cool.
I'm good with taking a deck of cards. Yeah, I think I'll live through that.
All right, what do the rest of you do while he's looting the deck of cards?
I'm going to examine the Western wolf. One up and the left.
Well, I'll walk up to the Western wolf. It is a relatively large, but not unnaturally so, wolf. Kind of similar to what you would have expected, the one that you had actually been sent out to hunt to look. It's got a gray-brown fur. It's been taxidermied specifically to look menacing. Actually, now that you look at it, you kind of see a similar motif to some of the wood panels. Kind of a woodland hunter kind.
I look at the wolves. Do any of them have like blood in their mouths?
There is no evidence of any blood. Just kind of dried resin one would expect from taxidermy.
You're cutting.
I'm
in
going to
and out
go.
Did I cut out during that?
for me.
Yeah, you cut out a little bit.
Am I cutting out now?
No.
I muted myself while I hacked and coughed. Was that it?
Might have been.
I'm going to go over to the chairs that are in front of the fireplace and just take a peek and make sure that there's nobody sitting in them that's going to do the classic swivel in the chair. Oh, welcome.
They are rather comfortable-looking leather upholstered chairs. They are rather sturdy, and they are currently empty. The leather is worn and cracked in place. Seeing it.
Okay.
I'm gonna-
When was the fireplace last used? Can I
It is
tell?
not. Yeah, you can. You look at it, but it looks like it's been cleaned and swept since.
Okay.
I'm going to take a look at that eastern cabinet now.
Walk over to the eastern cabinet. This one looks like it is actually mostly banded about with thick metal, and one does have a
How strong of a lock does it look like?
It is built into the handle, so I'm not entirely sure.
Well, if it's locked, it's got some good stuff in there. How does the group
Weapon.
feel?
Anybody pick it?
You have people that are capable of picking locks.
I might be able to pick it, but I'm not sure how comfortable I am robbing people before we determine whether or not they're still alive.
Fair point.
That's my man.
All right, no. And you know what? I'm gonna go back to the northern cabinet and put those playing cards back where I found them.
All right.
Overcome with guilt, I return the playing cards to their resting place.
Guilt is the gift that keeps on giving. Just ask my mother.
Well, it doesn't seem like there's anything
Law.
here for us. I would vote we head upstairs because that's the last time we saw anything happening.
What about the other tours on this floor?
We can get to them, I guess.
I would want to clear this floor before we head up.
That's a good point. Okay, I'm going to head to the northern door in the large room with the spiral staircase. And I'm going to just swing that right open.
Which
Assume we're all
northern?
following with.
This one?
No, the northern door. No, that's
Oh
western.
no, northern doors. Hold on. This one. I'm sorry. I
No,
completely
that's the northeastern door. There's another door on the
This is a
north end.
fireplace.
Okay.
It's a
I
fireplace.
accidentally bumped into the fireplace on my way to check the doors.
Sorry.
And then yeah, let's go with that. The northernmost door that has not yet been opened.
Okay, so you wander over to the northern door and you just swing it on open.
Yep.
All right, you cast the door open, and it opens into a small little passage that leads further into a dining. Centerpiece of this wood-paneled dining hall. A rather large mahogany table surrounded by 8 high-backed chairs with sculpted armrests and cushions. A crystal chandelier hangs above the table, which is covered with a resplendent silverware and crystalware set, polished up to a dazzling shine. Mounted above the marble fireplace is a mahogany-framed painting of an alpine. There are windows. Those windows are completely blocked out, as were the ones in the hunter's room, this time with red silk drapes, and a tapestry depicting hunting dogs and a horse-mounted aristocrat, hangs above a hangs above hangs on the south wall.
Dining room. Not interested. Leaving the room. Sure.
Just so you got it. My apologies. It has been one of out real quick.
Anything going on? Ah, never mind.
Oh, so all 3 of those doors led into the same room? Oh.
But you don't know
Okay.
this one. You don't have unless you walked into this.
Well, I mean, I walked in and took a peek.
Walked in enough, and you can see.
So I'm guessing the other one's some kind of closet or pantry or whatever.
Is there a door to the other?
A door to where?
To the square next to the small hall.
I'm
This
still
square?
watching the room load. So.
This square. No, there's no door to this square.
The
Hmm.
the potential closet could also be the way downstairs because we haven't seen the access to the basement yet.
Go ahead and check it out. If you want to check the closet door, I will check the southeastern door that does not connect to the dining room.
Okie dokie.
This one.
That's where I'm
Alright.
headed.
So while who was checking out this door?
That would be me, Bellic.
Bellic walks over and opens that door and get it that quick.
I'll
He
back him up.
He sees a small cloakroom with several black cloaks hanging from hooks on the walls. A top hat sits upon a high shelf.
Fancy.
So you found a closet.
I'll
Called it.
just for the sake of thoroughness, I'll start feeling around the walls of the closet and maybe check the floor of the closet, see if I can find any secret openings or trapdoors.
Okay, go ahead and make your perception roll. And meanwhile, talk about door right.
So he's in the closet right now.
And Davak head in other area where he opens this door up. Oops. Damn it, machine. Okay. Davak had opened this door, and that opens into a room, a kitchen with tidy dishware, cookware, and utensils neatly placed on shelves. A work table has a cutting board and a rolling pin. A stone, dome-shaped oven stands near the east wall, its bent iron stovepipe connecting to a hole in the ceiling. Behind the stove and to the left is a thin door leading to a well-stocked, assume is a stocked pantry.
Okay. I'm good on the pantry, thanks.
Yeah, you may call it glanced at.
Sure. So, here's a thought, and I come back out into the main room and say this. They said that there was a monster in the basement. This staircase leads upstairs, and we have found no passage downstairs. Is that correct?
That sounds right.
This is what happens when you trust strange children in the mist. Just throwing this out there. They said monster in the basement. They ain't got a basement. We got a problem.
What about stairs underneath the stairs leading down?
Or is the access up above?
That seems highly unlikely, but
At about this moment, Bellic finishes his search and discovers nothing.
Okay.
so we have no basement, as far as we can tell.
Not from what you've discovered thus far.
Well, this floor is clear. What say we move upstairs?
Can we check for an opening underneath the stairs, or is it an open staircase?
You can check and do not see one right off the bat, but you can try. It is, yeah. There's some enclosed space right under, like It's like marble steps on top of with wood panel.
So if we check the end that's the tallest, that would be where the down. Yeah, that would be most likely where the opening would be.
I'm no architect. Have at it.
Go ahead and roll your perception if you.
Hold on, I accidentally closed my.
Anybody else doing anything while he searches?
I pontificate the meaning of the universe.
Want to do anything meaningful while he?
The answer's also
Somebody else can check too.
I mean, I guess I
Yeah,
can
if
have
you
a
want
look.
to double up on searches, go ahead.
I'll meanwhile creep quietly up the stairs. If there's
Okay.
anything immediately problematic or interesting that I can see from just poking my head up.
I got a nat 20 on my perception.
I'll back him up in case
Um,
something problematic.
And I couldn't find crap. I rolled a 2.
Ames and Javak begin to search a paneled wall under these stairs, while Bellic and Hannibal, ascend the stairs. Bellic peeks up onto the next floor, and you see an upper hall. You have you were the one with the oil lamp, right? Unlit. I mean, the hall extends. Second floor. I'm gonna have to draw another. The hall extends about to the same dimensions that the first floor hall covered. Unlit oil lamps are mounted on the walls of this elegant hall, hanging above the mantelpiece of a fireplace that is about the same area the stairs was at. Hanging above that mantelpiece, the wood-framed portrait of the Durst family. Black, but you see a grim-looking man holding a small, swaddled baby. A stately-looking woman beside him is glaring at two familiar children dressed in the same drab, dark scene. A boy and a girl. Rose.
Well, at least we know they actually live here.
You also see standing suits of armor flanking wooden doors in the east and western wall. Each suit of armor clutches a spear and has a visored helm shaped like a wolf's head. Doors are carved with dancing youth. The red marble staircase. It opens onto a landing covering this area. At the same point that it had risen on the floor below, it spirals up again. Get a map out for you right away. Actually, probably and fairly new. Oh, why would you do this, machine?
Unless you really want to, split us up visually. That would be potentially problematic, though, since you can only have the players on one map at a time.
So I'm gonna have to do. Just go ahead.
Even if we find a door, I'm gonna go upstairs first.
What do I find, by the way, with my natural 20?
At this point, you do not discover anything.
Okay, well, upstairs I go with the rest of the squad.
We go up.
Go ahead and.
They don't have layers that you can turn on and off.
This is something which I should have got. I should have finished all this in between episodes, and I just never got.
Not a problem.
Well, I want my money back. Oh, wait.
I've seen staircases like that.
There is a double
In caves.
Live in crappy homes.
There is a double door right about here. There is a double door facing it on the side, with suits of armor on either side of the fireplace. outright. And the suits of armor. And here. Aside from that, you actually, yeah, there is one more door. There's one more door
East room first.
right at the
Why
top
don't
of
we
the
check the
stairs.
suits of armor first, just in case there's something wrong with them?
There's a door like right at the top of the stairs.
Something wrong with them, like a tendency to murder intruders?
Yes, exactly.
Right. So you inspect these suits of armor. They are rather cheaply made sets of plate. Would guess they're more decorative than actually. Currently empty on stand. And they look almost on close inspection they look really cheaply. They're not just decorative, but they're discount bargain deck.
Hmm.
The spears are usable if you want.
I already have one.
Spears for everyone.
I have a halberd.
No, I'm good on spears. I'm gonna
Again,
move to
just
that. I'm gonna move to that eastern door and see if she opens for me.
Which one, the big double eastern door or the top one at the top of the stairs?
The northeastern door.
Basically, you try the door, and it opens. There is nothing. Get myself situated. The doors on the northeast swing open into a darkened room lit only by your oil lamp. Red velvet drapes as the much thicker than the thin silk ones below cover the windows of this room. An exquisite mahogany desk and a matching high-backed chair face the entrance, and the fireplace, above which hangs a framed picture of a windmill perched atop a. Situated in the corners of the room are two overstuffed chairs. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves line the south wall. A rolling wooden ladder allows one to more easily reach. This particular floor also has a higher ceiling.
Don't let him see the books.
Yeah, I'm not interested in the books. I'm gonna just turn around, walk right back out of there.
Go ahead and map it out for you quick.
Yeah, waiting for the map here. But we can go counterclockwise room by room.
That's the
I'm waiting
idea.
for the map before I do anything.
Don't let Hames see the books. We'll never get him out of the room.
Books. Just like in all the libraries I've been to. Woohoo!
We're trying not to rob the nice, probably dead people.
Or they're monsters.
And the fireplace. Here. Bookshelves were over here. Desk. Desk is back. I really should do. I should have put these back.
We still have that empty spot.
Anything else you guys want?
I could take a look at that west door now. Nothing's stopping us.
Here?
That's a good idea.
That's correct.
Just go counterclockwise till we've actually seen what's behind them.
Then we should have opened the other east door first.
It's fine. We'll get to it.
You open this into a large room. Basically covers the entire front section.
The bedroom.
This
Now, would
is,
this have been the room that I saw movement from the street when we approached?
that would be the room,
Above us?
the second floor. I said
You,
second floor.
yeah, you might have
Second
said
floor,
second. I don't recall.
yeah. No, this is the second floor. Gossamer drapes cover the windows of this elegantly appointed, which has a brass-plated chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Upholstered chairs line the walls, and stained glass wall hangings depict beautiful men, women, and children singing and playing in. A harpsichord with a bench rests in the northwest corner. Near the fireplace is a large standing harp. Alabaster figurines of well-dressed dancers adorn the mantel.
So it's a ballroom.
Yeah. Maybe not a ballroom. Some sort of music. A little bit too small. Private part.
And I'm standing in the only entrance or exit.
Yep. There are windows. There are windows along the front, but they are covered with.
Nothing here. Up the stairs to
Large
the
room.
southeastern door, I guess.
Head over to the. I'm gonna draw this in.
Well, while the lack of basement seems suspicious, we've yet to run into anything that was problematic.
I would argue that the scenario we have found ourselves in is deeply problematic. Otherwise, no, you're totally right.
Well, it's not actively killing us at this moment.
And we haven't actually tried to leave the house, so we don't know that we're trapped at all.
Trust me, that's in the back of my mind.
It's always safe to assume that you're trapped, or doomed, or poisoned,
So,
or potentially.
Davak opens that door. It is an undecorated bedroom containing a pair of beds with straw stuffed mattress. At the foot of each bed is a footlocker. Tidy servants' uniforms hang from hooks. In this little area that I probably should have waited for you to put the door on, but let's say that door.
Okay, so it's servants' quarters. I mean, unless we're actively looking to go through their stuff, I mean, we can just continue up the stairs, can't we?
Probably.
All right, I will
Although
take
it is
point on
interesting
the
to
way
note
up
that
the
the
stairs.
closet is above the other closet.
That and on the opposite side of the doors, there's that same dead space.
Get this. Get something. Go ahead and keep plotting.
Actually, from what I'm seeing here, 1, 2, 3, closet. No, this closet is 5 feet further south than the other one.
Oh,
Yes, it's
is it?
above the hall. But the servants' quarters smaller than the depth of the office. Why am I?
Sorry, I'm just trying to get the map up on. This is what you see.
All right, well, I will take point on the journey up to the 3rd floor.
Heading up to the 3rd floor. Anybody? Everybody following him?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I see 2 possible places for entrances to the basement.
Good to know.
I'm really doubting that there is a basement here.
Whether there is or isn't, we have one more main door from the landing to check out, and another side door from the library.
Unless this might be one of those basements that you can only get at from outside the house.
It could be, but they let us inside.
Good point. Turns out the DM just forgot to put the basement in.
No.
That works.
Whoopsie daisy.
That would be hilarious. I mean, I think we still would have went upstairs anyway, but
No, that part's okay.
the scale might not be exactly right.
I made the house 5 feet wide, but
On
I
both
just
floors?
yeah, on all. I just added. I just made 2 rooms.
Yeah.
The overall look of the map looks the same.
I don't see that being problematic.
Oh, yeah, it's professional.
You're only professional if you're getting paid, and
Yeah, I'm not
isn't
not yet.
that funny? It's not the quality of the work that you do that determines whether or not you're a professional. It's whether or not you're getting paid.
But what if you're getting paid in exposure?
Yeah, you can buy groceries as exposure, can't you?
I don't think anybody wants me to expose myself, except maybe Alex.
For groceries.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. Are those all doors? Oh
All
god.
doors. Coming up to the third floor ceiling is only 8 foot. Javak, skimming his head on the stands up straight. Furthermore, the tone of the house definitely changed. Whereas the first 2 floors were well kept and nice, this one is showing clear signs. You climb the red marble staircase to the 3rd floor onto a dusty hallway with a suit of black plate armor standing against one wall, draped in. Oil lamps are mounted on the oak paneled walls, which are carved with woodland scenes of trees, falling leaves, and critters. The wood paneling itself looks to have deteriorated by rot. The door is the floor is covered with a thick layer of dust that betrays no one has walked here.
The suit of armor, is it of the same quality?
Suit of armor. Do you get close enough? Do you get close to inspect it?
Well,
From
close.
afar, it looks from the top of the stairway. It looks better quality. It looks actually like
Okay.
legitimate armor. Not
Okay, okay.
of these doorways, you have 2 solid wooden doors. Oh,
Is there a
2
rose in
solid
a
wooden
glass
doors
case?
down here. Don't know what this door is because you can't see it from. You can only barely see like the border.
Molding.
Yeah, the molding from the stairway. And this one up here is a double set of doors with a rich stained glass.
Ooh. Fancy.
I'm gonna suspiciously walk up to the armor and prod it with the butt end of my great axe.
As you do so, the armor actually begins to place.
Knew it. I knew it.
As it reaches to try to smack your hand. At that moment, it draws the sword at it.
Ooh.
This note are going to declare initiative.
Ooh.
First combat.
And viewers, please excuse me. It's been about a year since I ran 5th edition combat, and I only so bear with me on this.